Hey, people. So, this is my very first YouTube Live video / episode. Trying new things, trying something new, and whatnot. So, for those who know, I'm a huge nerd. I'm a big fan of Marvel. So, Marvel, I'm very excited because Marvel is in its 10th years that Disney has bought the Marvel rights. And the whole Fox thing, debacle that just surfaced about I don't know, about a month or two ago. I'm not too sure about that. Mainly because I don't really know. I'm not good at business stuff. I just pretty much stick to that kind of stuff. Now, I don't have anybody watching yet, but hopefully I will. Who knows? But for now, I'm just talking. So, let me wait to see who is going to be watching. I did say this on Facebook that I'm doing it now. Well, I didn't specify now, but I said I was gonna do it. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying something new with this YouTube channel. But yeah. Still nobody. Nobody. So, Black Lightning so far has been amazing. Like, top notch amazing. Like, I've literally been on the edge of my seat every single time I watch it. I didn't watch it tonight, but I have it recording. So that's a plus, I guess. Who knows? Now, I do respect DC, even though their movies, the DCEU or whatever you want to call it, has had a shaky history. Always has, probably always will be, but the movies are okay. Now, Wonder Woman is an amazing movie. That, I can honestly say, is a good movie. Now, yes, the DC is okay at times. Mostly they've been kind of going down. But I will still go and see the DC movies. It's because I want to see if it's good or not, you know? I haven't seen one movie so far. and that's the Justice League. That's it. But other than that, throughout the DC shows, the DC movies, all that, the DC cartoons I've seen, I've only missed one movie. That's it. Other than that, not so bad, I guess. Still nobody watching. And I've been on this thing for 5 minutes and 48 seconds. I think I just had somebody come on. Probably a notification. Oh, hi, Bree. Yes, it's my first YouTube live. I don't know how to work the comments section. So, yeah, please bear with me. Oh, no. Anyways, normal. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, I'm still new at this whole thing. But, anyways. Show live chat. This should work, right? Like, just, man. But, anyways. Huge nerd. For those who are joining. Don't know how many of you guys joined or is joining, but for those who are joining or just started joining, I am doing my very first live video. I will probably be saying that more and more, but yeah, once I figure out the comments section, I will hopefully read your comments and whatnot. So please bear with me, and yeah. So so anyways, so many shows are coming and going. Now, I know Happy just ended about a week ago, which I've never seen. Oh, I've read some of the comics, or a few of the comics, but never really got interested into the comics mythology or whatever. But the premise is simple, I guess. I don't know. But I read a few of the Happy comics, which wasn't my cup of tea, I guess. Whatever. But from the general, I don't know, gist of things, it looked like what it was in the comics. I I don't really know. Like I said, I never really got interested in the comics. Just saying. But Gotham is pretty good, I guess, for now. Even though they are on their fourth episode, or their fourth season. I don't know why I said fourth episode. They're on their fourth season, which kind of is interesting because it's kind of telling you how Batman, it's kind of pretty much filling you in the blanks of young Bruce Wayne and how he grew to be Batman and the struggles he faced when he's about to be Batman. Now, it's very convoluted. I mean, it's way confusing if you've never read or seen any of the Batman movies, the TV shows, the animated series, the animated movies, whatnot. Now this is like so different, like a lot different from what fans are used to. They want a Batman show, like a good Batman show, not a mediocre Batman show, because you could just piss off the fans that way. But it's pretty good so far. I mean, you have all these characters that are in their own, like, headspace or craziness, but pretty good, you know. So, yeah, The Gifted is amazing. Cloak and Dagger is coming out soon, which I want to see. Don't know when it's coming out, but I know it's soon. But yeah. Plus, a new Hellboy is coming out, which who doesn't love Hellboy? I mean, if you've read the comics, you're a big fan. I've read some of the comics. Just saying, I really have read some of the comics. I've read the Ghost Rider. I've read some other comics too, but not as much. But yeah. Anyways, I am, like I always say, I am a big Marvel fan. Mainly, I'm a X-Men fan, but when I am a big fan of on the DC side of things is John Constantine, Hellraiser or Hellblazer or whatever the comics is, because I forget the name of the comics. But anyways, I love the Constantine mythology, you know. Now that is, I mean, by far a great thing, you know. And Keanu Reeves, back in the early days of superhero movies, I think he did a fantastic job, by the way. Now, the new Constantine is blonde, but he does a fantastic job as Constantine. Now, I don't know which Constantine is better, the new one or the Keanu Reeves version. Because we first saw the new John Constantine in Arrow, which I believe is in either season 4 or 3. I want to say season 3. Yeah, I want to say season 3, but I will have to refresh my memory on that one. Has anybody else commented? But anyways, anybody else? But yeah, like oh, and by the way, I will be doing a Facebook Live very soon. Don't know how soon, but soon. Anyways. Now, hold on. Now, look at this cup. Look at this cup, guys. The Punisher. Got my Punisher shirt. My Punisher cup. You can really tell I love Marvel. As you can tell, I got Spider-Man. Oops. And Iron Man. We also have a good fair collection. But anyways, I have what I have the most of is X-Men movies. Now, the only thing I don't have of the X-Men, because like I always say, I'm a huge X-Men fan. Like, huge on X-Men. I have like every single, or pretty much almost every single X-Men DVD. I have all 3 Logans. I have all 3 X-Men. The first X-Men trilogy. I have all 3 X-Men. The beginning X-Men movies. Even though the Dark Phoenix is a sequel to a prequel to a sequel to a sequel. Which is complicated, but not as complicated as the Star Wars movies or the Star Wars franchise. Now, don't get me wrong, they are good. They are good. But it's just too, to me, it's too complicated because in the 70s and 80s, they did the whole Luke and they did the whole brother and sister thing. Then in the 90s, they did the whole Darth Vader's past thing. And then Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the movie, and then that, the TV show, and the 80s cartoon movie. I mean, the Star Wars cartoon show and stuff like that, which is like too complicated for me because it's all like all over the place. Like, I can't even follow it. To be honest, I really can't, because it's like, where do we start? Do we start from where Anakin Skywalker is a little kid, and then we go to the other ones from the 70s and 80s? It's like, you know, it's like, you know, that's why I never really followed Star Wars, but I've seen bits and pieces of it, so I know some of Star Wars, or I know some stuff about Star Wars. But yeah. See, what I want to see from X-Men, if the Fox and if Disney really does buy out Fox, which you'll know pretty soon, or hopefully soon, within the next year or so, is more Gifted, more of Lucifer, because to my knowledge, I believe that is still a part of the X-Men side of things. I believe, I'm not 100% sure that Lucifer is a part of the X-Men side of things, but I believe he is. To the best of my knowledge, the show, not the comics. I know the comics is Marvel, 100% Marvel, based property. I believe so, to my knowledge. But what I want to see is if it is a part of the X-Men side of things. Try to put in the flying dragon, if that is. If it is. That's what I want to know. I mean, I want to see if it is a part of the X-Men side of things with the flying dragon, even though it is on Fox. Now, The Gifted is like, boom. And let's talk about The Gifted for a second. Now, it was pretty good. The first season was pretty good. You had all these characters all over the place coming together. You had the Mutant Underground, which, now, by the end of season 1, they answered the timeline difference. Because if you've watched The Gifted, you could honestly hear the guy the head of the I believe he was the head of the Sentinel service program. He said, "You will be setting us. If you do this, you." I'm paraphrasing here. He said, "If you do this, you're setting us back to the early days of the Sentinel robots." Now, that right there, those words right there, proved that it was set, that this is set in the new timeline. Not the old timeline, but the new timeline that Logan, aka Hugh Jackman's character, changed when he pretty much died and got drowned by Magneto. And there was tons and tons of references to Magneto and Polaris in the Hellfire Club towards the end of the season, because the Frost sisters just kept on saying, "You are like your father," hinting at Magneto. And now, this is a lot different from Legion, the TV show series, which dealt with Professor Xavier's son, I believe only son, or either only child, one of the two, I believe. But I know he has anyways, so in part 3 of X-Men, when he's teaching his students about consciousness, he said something along the lines of taking a father of 4 and transferring that consciousness of the father with 4 kids into another body. Now, he was really talking about himself, transferring his consciousness into his brother. That person on that hospital bed was his brother. I mean, yes, he has a brother, but he has a brother in the comics that he did it too, I believe. If my memory serves me correct, just saying. But yeah, even though it was a pretty bad movie, it's one of the most, I think it's one of the most watched movies because of the whole Phoenix Force thing that really made fans go mad, because they teased the Phoenix Force. The Phoenix Force. You can't just tease the Phoenix Force and not just use. You can't just say, "Oh, we're gonna have the Phoenix Force. Oh, wait, sorry. It was a tease, guys. It was a tease. No. If you want to do it right, go big. Go home. Like, go all out. Go massive. You know, that is what people want. That is what the fans want. And this was like way back in the early days of comic book movies. And comic book movies was pretty much started in the 40s. I want to say started about in the 40s, but I could be wrong. Just saying. But yeah. I was impressed with Logan. Just saying. I mean, I am like excited that Logan has gotten nominated for anything or for something, you know, because that movie really almost made me cry. It almost made me cry when X-24 killed Professor Xavier, Professor X, Charles Xavier, and Patrick Stewart's character. I like that heartfelt scene where X-24 goes up, kills the dude's wife and kid, then kills Professor Xavier with that like no remorse, like he just like listens to Professor, like he listens to Patrick Stewart, Professor Xavier, and then just like kills him like with 3 claw marks straight to the chest, like that was sad. Like that just like I literally had tears down my face. I mean, I went to see that movie in theaters not once but twice. That's how in love with Logan I am. That is my number 1 pick, no matter what. I love Logan. I'm a huge Logan Weapon X fan. No matter what, and I mean no matter what, I'm a huge Weapon X fan. The Weapon X family, which includes James Hudson, Dagan, X-23, Wolverine, Sabretooth. I've also have Deadpool. That is funny. Now, Deadpool is funny, by the way. Love Deadpool. And it's setting up. We're getting a second Deadpool movie. Who has not seen Deadpool yet? I mean, if you haven't seen Deadpool yet, you're missing out on great action, great comedy, a good love story. A love story that's supposed to be a love story, pretty much. I mean, that is my favorite I love, I love. How do I describe this? I love romance that are more realistic, And that's what comic book movies are. They take people with superpowers and put them in real life situations. It may be comic book accurate, it may not be, but who cares? The tweaks are there for a reason, because you don't want to copy the full comic book. You gotta borrow a few things from a few different comic books, which is how we get the tweaks. That is how we get good movies. That is how we get good shows. From both comic books, from both comic book movie, from both Marvel, DC, or any other comic book movie, or movies that are based on comics. Enough said. Just enough said. Just enough said. Simple. If you want to do comic book movies, do it right. Tweaks. The fans might get angry. The fans might like it. Who knows? But it's all about studying the comics so you can get a vibe of comics. Who knows? Who cares? But the fans know. The fans care. And let me just say, even though we did not get Hugh Jackman in that suit, we know. We pretty much know that in the X-Men movie timeline, we pretty much know that he did not. He probably might have worn it, but we got teased as if he really did wear the suit. That was impressive. That is my favorite part of Logan. And then in the DVD release, if you watch the deleted scenes, turns out that in this universe, in the X-Men movie timeline, or the X-Men timeline, both past, present, and recent, Logan and Jean Grey are married. Now, they have gotten married in the comics about, I don't know, I want to say a few different times, but they've always been that like on and off type of relationship, which I am a big fan of. Just saying. But yeah, big fan. Anyways, like I've always said, if you guys are just joining, this is my first live video, which I probably forgot if you don't know. But if you you guys are still here on my first live YouTube video, hey, again, hi to the people who are joining, which I don't see. Anyways, even though there has been good movies, there also have been okay movies. Let me talk about okay movies. Okay movies are the ones that are both 50-50. Like the 95 and 97 Batman movies. Batman v Superman. And what else? Oh, Suicide Squad. And Scooby-Doo. Now, those are the okay movies from DC that have actually been in, that has been in movie format. On Marvel's side, it's been Hellboy, Blade 3, Iron Man 2, 3, Avengers 2, Thor 1, X-Men 3, Hellboy 2. No, Hellboy 2 is a fantastic movie. I don't care. Okay, X-Men 3. Then X-Men Days of Future Past. It's definitely Logan. X-Men Origins, Wolverine. The Wolverine. Now that, let's just say that it was an okay movie. Just saying. Captain America, the First Avenger. The 90s Captain America. The 70s TV Captain America. The TV Doctor Strange movie, Howard the Duck. Now that, I would say, falls under the bad for Marvel. What else? Hercules in New York. I believe that's Marvel. Pretty good for that time period, but it turns out it's more okay. Just saying. It's just, the more you watch it, it turns out to be good. Okay. The more and more, even, I don't know how many times you can watch it. Probably up to a dozen times. But if you watch it more than up to a dozen times, you can start to see the flaws in that movie. And once you start seeing the flaws in that movie, it starts to be like really, really shitty. Really, really bad. Just saying. And sorry, but Oh, and Terminator 3, 5, 4 are in that okay mood side. Just saying. My opinions, my thoughts. Men in Black 3, 2, and 1. All good. No matter what. I don't care if they are rebooting the whole franchise again. It is still good. Spider-Man 3 is okay. Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, okay. Amazing Spider-Man 1, okay. Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man Homecoming, all good. 3 good Spider-Mans, 3 bad Spider-Mans equals each other out. Cancels each other out. The Punisher, Dolph Lundgren, 80s. The one where John Travolta, I'm a big fan of John Travolta. If you're watching this, John Travolta, please let me be in a movie with you. Please, please. I'm a big fan. Just saying. I've seen all of your movies. And I mean, I've seen all of your movies. I really have. Just saying. But, anyways. The one where John Travolta, is a villain. And the one, the Punisher, gets body slammed or gets thrown into the walls with music playing. That was just like, wow, amazing, like, fantastic. I've also seen the Punisher one, the Punisher Warzone. Now that is a fantastic movie. Dark, gritty, just pure insanity. Like, you can really see the psychoness, which you can't really tell. But yeah, I got my Punisher shirt on. But yeah, I love that dark, gritty, like, raw, true feel of, like, comic book movies. I've never really been into the whole supernatural hero type thing. I've never really been into the whole zombie side of things. But I've always been interested in people with mutations or people with guns. Just, I don't know why. Just saying. I honestly don't know why. I've always been into comic book stuff with people with powers or who don't have powers. Superhero vigilantes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I honestly don't know. Just my personality, I guess. But yeah. What I want to say is The Punisher from the Netflix TV show series, amazing. Like, pure, flat out amazing. I definitely wanted to say that. I mean, you get like you get bits and pieces of all three, or technically all four Punisher that has been. You get a little bit of hey, thank you. You get a little bit of the new Punisher. You get a little bit of the second Punisher. You get a little bit of the first Punisher. You get a little bit of the third Punisher. Little bit of all. Pretty much how it should be. I say. I think. Just saying. My thoughts, my opinions. You can't really blame me. But pretty good so far. But yeah, I just want to say that's all I have for you guys right now. For those who have watched this, if you haven't subscribed already, please like, subscribe, and have a good day. For those who have subscribed, please like, comment, and I will do a Facebook Live episode very, very soon. I don't know how soon, but I will do one soon. And I'm trying to do. I'm watching Once Upon a Time. I'm on season 3. Forget what episode? I think episode 18 or 17. One of the two. But I will be doing a review on season 3 and 4 once I get done with season 4. And then, once I'm done with that, I'll get into the whole vampire stuff. Vampires, witches, all that good stuff. But, anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Please like, subscribe, and again, have a good day. Bye. How do I